Concern is growing in Russia over Putin's possible trip to Hungary, according to the Daily Express. Former Foreign Intelligence Officer Andrei Bezrukov warned the Russian president of an alleged British assassination attempt. Don't go to Budapest, Bezrukov declared on Russian television. He said the meeting with Donald Trump should be urgently moved to Dubai to avoid an absolutely treacherous operation by Britain. A former intelligence officer, now a professor at MGIMO and an advisor to Rosneft, stated that the entire mentality of the British elite is structured in such a way that if Putin is gone, the problem will disappear. He accused London of allegedly the collapse of the country and of the British authorities being ready to strike Russia for their own salvation. However, Bezrukov provided no evidence to support his claims. When asked by propagandist Vladimir Solovyov how to avoid an assassination attempt, Bezrukov suggested choosing another location. There is a wonderful country, the United Arab Emirates. Solovyov remarked that Putin was so brave that he might actually go to Budapest. But Bezrukov countered, sometimes bravery isn't everything. The Supreme Commander-in-Chief represents the country, and the interests of the country are more important than the bravery of one man. The Kremlin has not officially confirmed Putin's trip to Hungary, but rumors of a possible meeting with Trump have intensified following Peskov's statements. Hungary remains the only EU country to have pledged not to execute the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant for the Russian president. Recall the world, but especially Ukraine, is currently awaiting a possible summit between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Will such a meeting actually take place? Who needs it and why? And is the issue of Budapest as the chosen host city irritating? Union spoke with Alexander Merezko, a member of parliament from the Servant of the People Party and the chairman of the Verkhovna Rada Committee on Foreign Policy and Interparliamentary Cooperation. I doubt such a meeting will take place. I think it's a 50-50 chance right now. Frankly, I think Putin would be afraid to fly to Hungary at all because he's paranoid. He's afraid of assassination attempts and so on. He's afraid to fly through European airspace. He's afraid because, despite all the problems, Hungary remains a European democracy. A dictator can fly to a totalitarian country like China or North Korea and not be afraid. He can fly to a US military base because he knows the Americans can guarantee his safety there. But I doubt he'd dare fly to Budapest. Moreover, it's not that simple. First, Secretary of State Rubio and Lavrov need to meet. I think Trump doesn't want a repeat of the Alaska fiasco. And if, after this meeting between Lavrov and Rubio, Trump isn't confident that Putin is truly ready for serious negotiations, he might cancel the summit because he doesn't want to embarrass himself a second time. And the fact is that Putin is not ready, and apparently never will be, for serious negotiations. The expert said.
A major road connecting the three Baltic states to Poland opened Monday at a time of rising tensions between Europe and Russia. According to Associated Press, the road known as Via Baltica will pass through a narrow strip of land between Belarus and Russia's Kaliningrad exclave, called the Suwalki Gap, which has often been described as a potential target if Russia were to attack NATO. Polish President Karol Nawrocki and Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda, at an inauguration ceremony on the border between their countries, said the road was the region's most important corridor and highlighted its role in the region's defense. NATO troops could potentially move faster in aid of the Baltics by using Via Baltica. It is a very important artery not only for the movement of goods and people, but also for military mobility. And I mentioned that even as we speak, military transport trucks have crossed the border and are already using the Via Baltica highway, Nausėda said during a speech at the ceremony. This will only grow stronger in the future and become an increasingly important factor. Poland and its Baltic neighbors have been on high alert since multiple Russian drones entered Polish territory and Russian fighter jets crossed into Estonian airspace in September. The 970-kilometer-long Via Baltica route starts in Warsaw, Poland, and passes through Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia, where it finishes in Tallinn. It is part of the European Route E67, which links Finland to Czechia. The 4-lane A5 highway connecting Kaunas, Lithuania's second-largest city, with Suwałki in Poland is also a part of Via Baltica. Several northbound sections of Via Baltica are still just 2 lanes and will be expanded later, Lithuania's transportation ministry says.
Šiandien švenčiame 234-asias abiejų tautų tarpusavio įžadų metines. Tai yra svarbi istorinė data. Tačiau ši istorinė data šiandien virsta jungtimis, šiuolaikinėmis jungtimis, kurios palengvins transporto žmonių, prekių judėjimą ne tik tai iš Lietuvos į Lenkiją ir iš Lenkijos į Lietuvą, bet iš Lietuvos taip pat į visą plačią Europą. Suwałkų koridoriaus svarba, strateginė svarba yra neabejotina, jie atsispindi ir NATO regioninių gynybos planų įgyvendinime. Dalyvavome ne vienose pratybose, kurios buvo skirtos Suwałkų koridoriaus temai. Todėl, gerbiamas prezidente, aš labai norėčiau padaryti tą įžangą ir su jumis, ir pačiu artimiausiu metu, galbūt jau ateinantį pavasarį, įgyvendinti dar vieną pratybų projektą, būtent Suwałkų koridoriuje. Tačiau kaip atsilieps Via Baltica įgyvendinimas šiam klausimui, tai aš jau minėjau, kad tai yra labai svarbus ne tik tai prekių, žmonių judėjimą labai svarbi arterija, tačiau ir karinio mobilumo arterija. Ir minėjau, kad jau kol mes čia šnekame, karinio transporto sunkvežimiai kirto sieną ir jau pasinaudojo šitą Via Baltica magistralę. Taip kad tai ateityje tik tai stiprės ir taps vis svarbesniu faktoriumi. Todėl aš manau, kad tikrai turėtume pasidžiaugti, kad šis karinio mobilumo aspektas vaidins didelį vaidmenį ir ateityje dar didesnį vaidmenį, kuomet Via Baltica magistralė bus sujungta visa savo apimtimi iki pat.
Polityka pomostowa. Nie żegnamy się.
Okay, see you.